Alright, guys, welcome. I'm your host tonight, Ron on Flat, and here we are live in the Freaks for You gaming studio. And alongside me, we have Laren, and co-casting with us, obviously. So, Laren, how do you feel coming in here, Freaks for You gaming studio? I mean, professional desk, professional setups. How do you feel?
It feels great. It feels great to be here. It feels great to watch the tournament, to cast it, and I hope for a good tournament. Yeah, I hope to see great matches. Yeah.
So obviously our first game is FlipSid up against Publiclir. Now personally I feel FlipSid being the let's say FlipSid being the obvious favorites. Now Publiclir also a team not to be discouraged, to say the least.
Yeah.
So what are your expectations? I mean, do you have certain expectations for the players?
I expect that FlipSid is going to take that match. Maybe Publiclir can pull something off, that it's going to be a 3-1 match, but still I think FlipSid is going to take that.
Yeah, so I mean, for maps have already been crossed, guys. The maps are Ankara, Black Widow, and Subbase. So let's do a rundown of the maps, shall we, before we get in game. So Subbase, very popular, let's say third popular map within the CrossFire EU community. We see loads of pushes coming out A down because it's very easy to take. Not much focus towards the B side.
Yep.
But then again, it's still there. Now, personally, we know FlipSid, very aggressive team. We have Blame on entry frag. We have Mason scoping also. We have Vise, probably second entry frag or top frag, should we say. We have Easter, very good backup, and we have Runix backup also.
Yep.
Now, when you have a combination like that, I mean, it can be very deadly. And I mean, if we look at past cups and stuff, FlipSid are pretty much up there. So
yes.
Whereas opposed to Publiclir, obviously I believe Sharky is their captain, also the scoper in that team. Who else do we have? We have Lucas.
Yes.
I don't really have much information on Lucas, so if you could please fill in for me, that would be nice.
Lucas is just like normal spot holder, but not that like sniping a lot or calling. So it's like just a fragger type of player.
So fragger type / backup. We also have Lewis Jr.
Yeah.
AKA known as Nova. Previously, people know him from the Portuguese community, and obviously we've seen Lewis Jr. participate in a fair few amount of go-fors from within, within the team. Now, obviously, Lewis Jr. again plays his role also, quite similar to Runix or Easter, should we say. And also, I believe we have two new players within Publiclir as well. So if you please like to introduce those two as well.
Yes, there's Silver and I think Lice. Silver and Lice.
Yeah, so we have Silver Machine guys again from the Portuguese community.
Exactly.
Silver Machine, I would say very well known in itself. Silver, I mean, I believe he played in a team with Natex 1 or 2 weeks ago. Again, performed very, very solidly. And then lastly, we have Lissop, a German player here.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm presuming all the comms will be done in English, as we have players from Sweden, Portugal, and of course Germany. So most likely the comms will be in German. Not in German, English. Sorry. So there is that slight chance of miscommunication, obviously.
Exactly.
So I mean, Publiclir will have to watch out for that, especially. And anything else? I mean, Lissop. I'm actually not sure as to what his role is. But I presume it will probably be towards entry fragging or maybe just against supporting. Yeah. But yeah, guys, so that's the lineup for you right now. And we're just here waiting for the players to jump in, guys. We will start off with a knife round, obviously, and there will be 2 knife rounds, guys. One knife round will determine which map we are going to be playing on, and the second knife round will determine which side we play on. Now, obviously, if we come to a tiebreaker, so 1-1 on maps, then we shall, I presume, we shall jump into the overtime map at the end. And I'll just go ahead and invite you, Laren.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there we go. So we also do seem to have Mars in here as well. And yeah, I mean, for those of you who are interested and all you Twitter guys out there, make sure you follow at WCA Europe, and make sure you tweet at WCA Europe also, and just go ahead and tweet which team you decide which you want to win. Also, make sure you stick in hashtag WCA 2015 also in there, and we'll be sure to check out some of the tweets as well. We'll probably, if we get the chance, guys, we'll probably read out some of your tweets as well. So yeah, whilst we wait, make sure you just go ahead, check out that Twitter page, and we'll check it out very shortly, guys. So meanwhile, as we wait, I want to make a little more. I want to do a little more breakdown of FlipSid, because unfortunately I don't have a lot of information on Publiclir, whereas FlipSid is a very good, let's say, a very good team to breaking this down. So let's start it off. Blame hardcore carry.
Exactly.
Hardcore entry frag.
He's holding a spot alone, and they can push like a whole team, and he's like getting tons of frags. And
indeed, he is. I mean, if we do a rundown of Black Widow, I presume what will happen on Black Widow. Let's take the CT side, shall we first? So let's say FlipSid takes global risk side. Let's use the proper terminology here. So let's say FlipSid do take the global risk side. I'm presuming we'll be seeing, we'll probably see a 2-man setup and catwalk. So most likely Vibes on Runix. We'll definitely see Blame on A long. So with a hardcore aimer such as Blame, you definitely want to position him A long, or probably if in a passive angle, he'll be towards A stairs. Then you have Mason probably sniping the mid doors.
Exactly.
And sometimes I believe Easter also plays Cat in between Vice. Vice is also a B side player. He tends to play towards the gay box area, and then we have who's the last person we're missing? Mason, who will tend to snipe mid. So I mean, as long as the players have the correct communication going on and everything, and landing their shots correctly, I presume Black Widow should really be a pretty decent wipe for FlipSid. But then again, Publiclir, not really much information on them, but hell, I mean, they've been invited. They obviously can't be bad. They obviously can't be bad to have been invited to WCA Europe. So we shall see what happens. And right now, I believe we are waiting for 2 players from each side here.
Exactly.
So 2 players from each side here, guys. And we'll just wait for these guys to get in.
I definitely have to hype out Mason on the team FlipSid, because if he's on point with the scope and hitting the shots, especially on Black Widow, he's going to carry games. Like when I saw him playing, he was dropping 20 kills with the sniper, and that's what you need. Like if you have a strong sniper, like the enemy team has no chance to pull the game around.
I mean, also, like I said, we'll most likely be seeing Sharky sniping, and I mean, Sharky not really up there with the pros, but hell, he performed against Penta and Absolute a couple of weeks ago in the Go Force. So again, Sharky not really much of a person to underestimate. I mean, I'd say out of the full 9 rounds, Sharky will probably most likely be at least 1/3 out of 9 rounds. He'll probably be up in a battle up against Mason. So we'll definitely have to catch that on the camera to see the AWP action between them.
Yes.
And it looks like Lucas and Lissop are both in the room. So now I believe we are just waiting for Vice here, guys. And I'm not sure, but I think Vice might be replaced by Bappo. Bappo, obviously the sub 4 team FlipSid. Bappo, I believe he lives in Germany, but origins from Vietnam. So obviously it'd be good to see him here, guys. Let me just go ahead and check if they are coming. So let's just go ahead and ask the players if Vice is on his way. We did get told that guys, that Vice did have to go on an errand, so he might be a little bit late for the match, guys. But we're here, we're on the cam, so let's hopefully hopefully keep you guys entertained up until then.
Yeah.
So it seems that Vice is actually
Vice
coming.
is coming.
Yeah, Vice is coming. So, yeah, I mean, let's talk a little bit about the WCA team here. I mean, whilst we wait, Obviously, we arrived here on Sunday. It's great to be here. A big special shout out to Benny, one of the event coordinators. And for those of you who don't know, it is his birthday today, guys. So happy birthday, a very special happy birthday to Benny. Also, you probably won't be able to see in the camera, but we have our tech guy here, Christian. Big shout out to Christian as well, as he set up pretty much everything. He's the brains behind this full stream. So Christian, what's up? Yeah, I think Vice is here now, so just gonna wait. And well, it looks like Mason actually DC this time, so we're just gonna go ahead and wait for him. We also have another event coordinator, aka Tim. He's actually downstairs. No, I think he's actually next door, guys, and he's also handling bits here and there. So again, shout out to him as well. So I believe we are about to. Well, it looks like Lewis Jr. is about to go to the toilet. So, so yeah, guys, we'll be back in literally a minute. Alright, guys, so we are now into the game, and we're just gonna go ahead and wait for all the players to load in here, guys. So this will be the knife round, remember? And yeah, FlipSid, yeah, everything seems to be okay, guys. So let's jump into the game here. Now, obviously, this is a knife round, Laren. I'm not sure how if the teams have warmed up their knifing at the moment, but yeah, we shall see how that fares. Yeah. And so obviously Lewis Jr. picking off 2 here, and actually picking off 3. Wow, Ronix getting 2 of his own as well, and Ronix getting a 3rd as well. Hell, Ronix going ham in, he's getting a 4th. Ronix going ham in this knife round, picking up 4 players, and now obviously the map is gonna go over to Team FlipSid. And now we're gonna be running into the second knife round, guys, which will determine the side.
Yeah, so at the first knife round was pretty good from FlipSid. They can decide now what map they're going to pick first.
Once again, we're seeing more knife action here. Easter getting 2 in 1 there. Ronix getting 1 of his own as well. Blame finding 1 as well. All up to Lucas now. 1-on-5 situation. He tags 1. He gets 1 as well. And then Mason actually picks him up. So FlipSid taking both knife rounds there, actually. And yeah, so there we have it, guys. So FlipSid taking both knife rounds there. Ronix with a exceptional 4K to say the least, and it looks like now we're gonna go ahead and vote for the maps, guys. And remember, once again, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you head over to at WCA Europe, and make sure you go ahead and tweet at WCA Europe and root on the team you root for the team that you want to win. Basically, make sure you add in hashtag WCA 2015 also. And what have they chosen?
Yeah. So they choose Black Widow and they choose the global risk sites. That's what we expect. So FlipSid is going to start as defense as well. Like we said before, they're going to Mason is going to scope the middle. They might be probably stack the A short as well with 2 guys. So that is the favorite side from FlipSid, and they're happy to start with that to get the momentum in that match.
I mean, knowingly when you go off into the CT, the global risk side, generally you always stand in the advantage due to obviously no bomb plants, no map pressure, all that sort of stuff. So keep in mind, guys, that when you do play on the global risk side, you initially start off with the advantage, but that can always change very quickly, as we know, Laren. And right here, I mean, I think we're going to be seeing a full B-side coming out of Publiclir here. Smoke goes down, and looks like Mason is going to be rotating sometime soon as well. Blame, though, he spots a couple of players. He spots him run across as well. Mason, though, finding the first pick. Silver, they're going to trade up on Blame there. And Mason are having to fall back. Meanwhile, Silver with bomb. Going to go ahead, smoke that out. Flash over as well. Looks like Lucas is already on bomb side. But we've got one player in the doors here, which seems to be Mason. Which seems to be... I believe that was Runix actually. Easter already in the back though. He is not going to make a move right now. I think he slipped past the player in water. He picks off one. Lucas are going to trade him up. Sharky finds one of his own as well. Now it's all up to Runix. 1-on-3 situation here. 1 minute 40 seconds left on the clock, Laren. He has plenty of time to do this. He's going to go ahead push in. Picks off the first one, but Sharky will go ahead and trade him up on that.
Yeah, I definitely have to say that was a pretty good push there from Publicers. Directly push on the spot, winning the spot, but they did not plant the bomb, but they run as a team as 5, getting the spot.
Indeed they did. I mean, it's always very unexpected to do a push the first round. I mean, not many people will are really ready for that, should we say. But anyway, we now have Liss up towards this A-long. Doesn't look like FlipSid really want to aggress for that A-long either. Blame still towards the A stairs. Vise is watching the B box room area. And Easter seems to be in Catwalk. Meanwhile, Runix is there as well. Now, this is what I was saying. Easter and Runix, the two-man setup in Catwalk. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. And meanwhile, now we have Mason rotating in between mid and the B box room area. But I think Publiclir maybe will be focused towards this B site, maybe? We do see 2 players in the box room, in the water area, sorry.
Yeah, I think they're going to focus on the B side. If they know how FlipSid is going to play, they know that they are having a stack on the catwalk, but still they have to figure it out. Maybe they changed some strats before that tournament, but it's a bit known that FlipSid is playing that double stack on cat.
Exactly, and I mean, Pentav and other teams as such are very known to exploit that sort of setup. But anyway, though, Blame still watching the A-long area. Sharky now looking for a pick, but I mean, 1 minute left on the clock, Laren, and eventually Publiclir need to make a move, and it seems that move is probably going to be headed towards Cat and A-long, should we say. If we take a look at Lissop here, he's already on the corner. Meanwhile, we do, well, Lucas actually getting the first pick there.
Ooh.
Lewis Jr. as well, picking off Runix. And looks like Sharky's going to get gunned down though. And Blame picks off one of his own as well in the catwalk. Vice finds his own as well. All up to Lissop and Silver right now. 2-on-3 situation. Blame pretty low. Looks like Silver's headed straight to the B-bomb site. Lissop still on the top and middle there. He needs to rotate as quick as possible, Laren. I mean, 25 seconds left on the clock. If Blame catches him out, or even Vice, well, I believe they've already spotted him. But what a shot coming out of this up there. Can you find the second? No, Blame will go ahead and trade him up. Silver, no choice now, has to plant the bomb. 1-on-2 situation, Laren. Plenty of time for Silver. Can he do this?
Yeah, can he do this? Silver facing now Mason. Mason down on low HP. Being on the window. Blame is dropping down there at the window. Oh my god, Silver with the double frag.
What a clutch coming out of Silver. They're beautiful shots. I'm not quite sure how he landed the shot through the wood there or through the box, but fantastic shot nonetheless. And that's 2 rounds now on the scoreboard for Team Publiclir. And knowing most European teams, as soon as they get that 1-round advantage, the other team, like the opposition, tend to sort of crumble at that point. But we'll see how it goes for Team FlipSid. I mean, it's still very early on, Laren. Still very early on, so...
Yes, it's very early on at Publica, but Publica got the momentum here, getting now again the first frag. Lusa with the first frag, Sharky with the AWP frag, Sharky with the second AWP frag there, oh my god. Now Vice left man, last man standing with the double frag there, going up the middle. I think he's going to rotate towards a long. And just checking out the A spot from long range.
Vi's left on 2 HP as well. And both players are coming up this long. He spots one, but Lucas, will go ahead and pick him up. That's sort of, if only, I believe if Vi's had at least 40 HP or so, he could have possibly got that. But a great idea from Publiclir to actually rotate back A long. And now once again, we may be seeing a push coming out of this B side. Blame peeking that left and 60 HP. Mason is alongside him as well. So is Ronix. They're going to go ahead and stop the push towards B side there. Very well read coming out of FlipSid. And now Lissop actually going to be dropping down top of mid. Silver seems to have the bomb. Also, Luz Jr. Seems to be top of mid as well. Sharky still watching the B long area. Meanwhile, Lucas is also watching a hardcore push coming up from A long as well.
Yeah. FlipSid had the idea to get the B water entrance, but Publiclir was there with 3 guys, so there's no chance in winning that. So FlipSid was forced to fall back.
Indeed, they were, and now I think we might be seeing a cat push coming in again from Team Publiclir. Easter will actually have to hold this. It doesn't. Well, actually, it looks like Vi's is alongside him. Vi's gonna go ahead and nade. Flash comes in. Vi's fully flashed here. He spots one. He picks one off. Easter though finds the second as well. Mason though finding 2 of his own, leaving Lewis in a very tense 1-on-5 situation here, Laren. And he needs to really clutch this. He picks off the first one, gonna get dinked as well. But Mason will go ahead and pick him up. What a round for Mason there, picking up 3 kills, I believe.
Yes.
So finally, this maybe is the momentum for Team FlipSid.
Yes, and like we saw that Mason swapped to the AK as well that round. As well, he's playing the AK, so he's not going to scope on the rounds now. Maybe it's working better for FlipSid.
Indeed, it maybe will be, and now we're seeing a great battle coming up in this B box room. Looks like Ronix will get overwhelmed there. Vice seems to be rotating already. Mason as well on the rotate, and ooh, the time luck out of that one almost got spotted from the bridge actually. And Mason though still playing off towards bridge. It looks like he has Easter now alongside him. Vizo making his way into the B box room, gonna flash himself out, and meanwhile Easter and Mason will make their way up.
Yeah, Publiclir definitely with a spot, doing cross aim on every position. They have perfectly positions, and FlipSid has to do a good retake there.
They do. Easter, Vice though finds one. Easter did get picked up. Mason is in the box room as well. Vice finds a second. All up to Silver now. 1-on-2 situation. He spots the first one. Can he flick to the second? No, he can't. Mason will pick him up there.
What? Like a 3 against 4 retake, and the enemy got the positions. Like FlipSid did a really good job there. Especially Mason now dropping 8 kills on the score. He's top fragging on that match.
Indeed, he is. I mean, like I said, this could probably be the momentum that they need. Easter though already taking damage towards this B long area. Looks to me that Mason actually just got picked up by Sharky. Vizo will go ahead and trade that one up, and we seem to have a player towards this A long. Lissop. Now, if Lissop could make the play here and run up this A long, this could be a great running for Publiclir to get that 4th round. I mean, if we take a look, Ronix seems to be the only one holding that. Easter now having to watch mid. Vi's watching cat/mid as well. Blame though spots one player, which is Lewis Jr. Picks off a second as well. Great shots coming out of Blame, and now leaving things in a 2-on-4 situation. Lissop will go ahead, peek this cat. Spots Vi's off guard, but he gets a beautiful shot onto Ronix. And it seems like now it's going to be a 2-on-3 situation. Lucas has the bomb, probably going to be spotting Lissop from a very long range there.
Yeah,
Lissop.
and FlipSid is doing the correct thing, stacking the middle and the B side to get informations.
Indeed they are, and well, looks like Lucas finds the first one, and Lissop finds the second as well. 1-on-1 battle up against Blame, and Lissop now seems to be making his way towards the B box room area. It looks like Blame is headed there as well. This could be a huge play for FlipSid. Blame gonna go ahead and peek spots him. Beautiful play there coming out of Blame. Incredible game awareness, should we say there. And that's the 3rd round for Team FlipSid. I mean, 3 in a row.
Yeah, they definitely come back. Like, Publiclir got the momentum. Maybe FlipSid struggled a bit because they were nervous or something like this, but now they're focused back on the train.
Indeed they are, and looks like Lewis Jr. picks off one which seems to be Easter there. I believe we missed that frag, but Runix seems to be half HP as well. Lewis is on 34 HP also. And now Sharky gonna go ahead, flash Cat. And obviously no players in Cat, but Sharky gonna go ahead and do so anyway, as we are aware of the double Cat setup that FlipSid tend to take. Sharky though getting an excellent pick onto Blame there, and now they can pretty much push this site. Mason though gonna try holding it with the AWP, and manages to pick up Blame's AK. I think Vice got gunned down as well. Now it's all up to Runix and Mason here. Mason making his way up Cat. He's going to jump into two players at any given moment. And there he go. And there he goes, should we say. Lucas going to go ahead pick him up. 1v5 now for Runix. Can he do this?
Yeah, can he pull this off? But 1v5 and going through the window is like not the best way.
But he picks off the first one and making his life a lot more easier now. Still left on 50 HP, gonna go ahead and nade the backside, see if he can bait out a player. But Luz Jr. will pick him up, as I believe he flanked. So 4-3 now currently on the scoreboard. And for those of you who aren't aware, guys, this is a best out of 3 M-Online system. And once again, we're going to see this B push coming out of Team Publiclir. Easter though managed to make his way into the B water area, spots one, and will pick him up. That's bomb dropped. Can he get the second? No, Sharky going to go ahead and pick him up. Mason, Ronix going to get picked up as well. Mason now holding close with the Opa. He picks off the first one. Going to switch towards the Diga now. Vice still towards the say. Blame seems to be on bridge. He's going to go ahead and nade out. List up extremely low, left on 10 HP. Lucas left on 36 as well. Silver the only one with sufficient amount of HP, Laren. Silver left on 68 HP as well. So this could be possible. This could be possible for Publiclir to take this round.
Yes, indeed. They just have to find the correct spot, if FlipSid is going to stack a spot or not. But still, Mason with the scope there, top fragging, checking B. He gets in some information that nobody is B, and FlipSid is also rotating to A, so that can be a disaster.
Indeed, it can be a disaster, and Silva now actually giving his position away as he went ahead and pre-fired the A-long box there. And if Vice plays this smart, he could actually pick up a 3k for himself. So let's see what Vice actually goes ahead and does. See a Blame peeking out though. He spots Silva, and actually Silva will go ahead and trade him up. Vice now going to make his peek. He picks off the first one, and now pretty much in a battle up against Lucas, as Silva did get picked up, and looks like Vice will take that one for his team. Now tied up 4-4, Laren. One more round, and that will be half.
Yeah, one more round, and FlipSid with a great comeback there. Struggling in the beginning, but they know how to play now. They are pushing B a lot and getting the informations they need in the beginning of the round.
Indeed they are. Now Sharky probably going to get flash. Can Blame land this shot? Looks like he won't be able to. And it seems like we do have a player rushing up Catwalk as well, which seems to be Lewis Jr. The Sharky gets the first one. Easter finds one of his own. Lewis Jr. now making his way in. He picks one off as well. Vice, just the B-side players left now. Ronix and Vice here. Both players seem to be coming up through, one player seems to be coming up through the window, which seems to be Vice, and it looks to me like Lewis Jr. is right under him as well. Vice gonna go ahead and have to make the peak sometime soon. Ronix are making his way up. Vice gonna get spotted. He lands a couple of pop shots, and Ronix should be able to trade that one up. Yes, he will pick one up. Lissop though finds a second. Vice finds one of his own, and Lissop will finish that round up, guys. So that is first half over and done with. 5-4 to Team Publiclir.
Yeah, what a score. Like, I wasn't expecting that overall. I thought, okay, FlipSid won the knife round, starting defense and getting more than a half of the rounds they need.
Indeed, I mean, Lissop doing a great amount of work, should we say, at that given moment. And yeah, I mean, Publiclir with the advantage already. And this could actually be devastating for Team FlipSid if they lose this first map.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing, Lauren, speaking as an ex-player, should we say, I mean, obviously, I have not had the liberty of playing in such teams because, you know, due to license restrictions and stuff. But let's not talk about that. Let's get on the subject of if your team right now say you was in FlipSid right now with such a good reputation and such, and you know you're battling up against Publiclir. You're getting casted by say me and Zen in the studio right now, and you know you're currently losing one round 5-4. How would you feel at this point? Obviously the momentum and you know the stuff wouldn't really be there. The base chemistry, should we say?
Yeah, in the beginning it looked like that. They had to struggle with the first rounds. They lost the first 3 rounds on the scoreboard, but at the end they struggled and come back. So they are having a little momentum. Publiclir is leading, but still FlipSid overall had a little comeback. So they have definitely a little momentum.
Indeed, they do, and now we're seeing, I think, a 3-2 setup. FlipSid once again favoring this B side. Looks to me like we have Easter in the barricades here, but meanwhile, 3 players outside this B. Flash goes in by Blame, and he's going to go ahead and push in. Looks like we've got Silver in the back of China. And it seems to me like we also have one player towards Gaybox, which seems to be Lissop, and he's probably going to be the first one to get a pick here if FlipSid are not too careful. And we do have Lucas as well, though. He finds the first one. Blame, though, will go ahead and trade him up. Blame now spots a second on towards Gaybox. Lissop going to go ahead and get picked up. Silver now has to play this smart, Laren.
Yeah, Silver there with a ninja position, like...
It looks like to me like Luis Jr. will get picked up as he picked up Blame. Easter will go ahead and trade him up. Silver though making the play. He picks off 2. And now it's all up to Easter, going to be playing in the B doors. And oh! What on earth was that shot? Picking off 1 through the smoke. Sharky now has no choice. He has to stick the bomb. There's literally only at least 15 seconds left on the clock. Sharky though going to go ahead and aggress him, and he picks him up. Wow, how the tables have turned in that.
Man, just unbelievable. Like, Publiclir played with a ninja spot on B side and they did really well. And at the end it paid off and they're getting around.
Indeed they did. And now 6-4 on the scoreboard for Team Publiclir. Things are not looking good for FlipSid at this point. I mean, they're already down 2 rounds. And if this carries on, they'll be down 2 maps. And then from 1 map to 2 maps, and then they'll be out. So, not really the FlipSid that we know of, to be honest, right now. And but the way Publiclir catched them off guard there, having one playing China. But Mason, though, getting this entry pick, seems to me like Vice and Easter will both get picked up as well. Lucas playing on towards the bomb site. He spots Mason. Blame, though. Sorry, Mason will actually pick him up. Blame there to support. Flash goes in. Blame finds one of his own. Blame finds a second. Wow, Lissop now the last one to try and clutch this, but Ronix will go ahead and pick him up there, and that's going to make things now 6-5 on the scoreboard, Laren. And I think now is probably a safe time to call this that this game will probably be back-to-back rounds. I mean, tie and then 1 round advantage, tie and then 1 round advantage.
Yes, that match is going to be really close, but we are going to see like Blame performing really good. Some players are on point, for example Mason and Blame, but other players have to push up. They have to come back a bit. They are struggling with the kills.
Indeed they are. Now maybe an ace split coming out of Team FlipSid here. Sharky sniping towards the catwalk. We also have bomb towards cat as well in the hands of Easter, aka NLS there. Sharky still playing with his position. That looks like Luis Jr. now has rotated towards A side as well. Flash is going. Luis Jr. they're probably going to pick up the first one. Easter they're going to go ahead and trade him up. Easter finds the second as well. And they're going to be looking in his window there to make sure no one's there. Bomb will get planted for catwalk here. Silver now making his way up the window. Lucas still seems to be on B side, but will make his rotate very shortly. Lissop in catwalk. Those spots advised. And Lissop gonna get lit very low now on 13 HP. Silver seems to be coming in to help him as well. Lucas already made his way up towards bomb side. He picks off Easter. And now gonna be checking his long to make sure no one is there. Bomb is still planted for Kai. He picks off Mason as well. Runix though in the window. Runix though will pick him up. All up to Silver now. 1-on-2 situation. Runix now made his way towards back train. Flash goes in as well. Silver though sticking the defuse, but Runix will take the upper hand on that one and will pick him up. And
yeah,
second round off of FlipSid.
Yes, indeed, second one for FlipSid there, and I think it's now a 6-6 score wise.
Yep.
So it's definitely a close match.
Indeed it is, and a perfect flash coming out of Ronix down that A-long, forcing Publiclir to actually back off there. Looks like it was the Lissop and the Lucas, the two players that are holding that. Sharky now actually watching the middle area, and we're seeing once again a 3-2 split up. 3 very focused towards A, and 2 towards B, but oh lord, Blame. How embarrassing that was. Just getting picked off as he had the flash in his hand. And obviously Visor will go ahead and trade the Lewis Jr. up as he picked him up. So 1-for-1 early trade here. Visor extortionately low here, left on 8 HP. And that's going to be a huge factor coming into the late game here. We still have 1 minute 30 seconds left on the clock, Laren. But what a shot there from Lucas, now making things 4-3 now, as Mason just got picked up as well. Vi's now trying to find a pick. Lucas will pick him up. Ouch, that must have hurt. Ronix, and well, not even a chance to talk about Ronix there, as he's going to get picked up by Lissop. And that makes things now 7-6.
Yeah, 7-6. That's right. And I really have to say that Lucas is so on point for Publiclir. His aim, he's doing the one taps, he's getting the frags. He's top fragging now at the moment in that half, and he's just doing such a great work to get the rounds for his team.
Indeed he is, and now maybe an A-side push coming once again from team FlipSid here. Easter gonna go ahead flash his teammates out, and Cat, that Blame, gonna be the first one to go ahead and push it up, but he doesn't seem to spot anyone. But Nade's going as well. I think Publiclir are reading that this is an A-side push. Sharky though picks off the first one, gets a second through the smoke. Can he find the third? No, misses the shot though. Easter though manages to trade up. Ronix finds 2. What a shot there coming out of Ronix, now making things a 2-on-2 battle. One player going to jump out of the window, it seems to be Silver. Easter though manages to find the frag somehow, and now it's all up to Lucas there. Gonna be taking an extremely long flank here, Laren. 1-on-2 situation for Lucas coming up from A long. Can he do this? Can he do this?
It's still possible. Ronix low on HP. Niels is on 100 HP. If he can pull out the directly headshot on Niels.
Indeed, if he can do this. Remember guys, BP is allowed in this tournament. Lucas now giving away his position towards this A-long. They know where he is, but bomb is planted for Cat. Literally, FlipSid don't have to do anything apart from peek as soon as they hear the bomb diffuser sound. But Lucas now realizes he has no time, and well, I think it was pretty obvious he wasn't going to be able to really pick that one up, given the amount of time he had. He did have projectiles, he did have nades, flashbangs, and smoke. So, but I don't think he really had enough time to utilize them really.
Yeah, I think he was just a bit nervous, like to pull that off, or a bit shaky. Maybe he was like a bit stressed, but still. The round went to FlipSid. They played it perfectly on catwalk with 2 guys, but yeah, let's go to that round.
Indeed they did, and now once again FlipSid hanging out towards this B long area. Mason they're going to be the first one to push in. Silver I think has spotted him. He's going to go ahead and take the shots, but Mason will go ahead and trade him up there. Lucas now on bomb side towards a double stack there. He's getting shot at from like 3 different angles. Picks off the first one, but Easter will go ahead trade him up there. Lewis Jr. now in the doors, could make a huge play, but ooh, Ronix there picking off 2. Whoa! Ronix, Jesus Christ. Ronix there picking off Sharky as well with the Deagle. Lissop though gets the trade on to Ronix there, making things now a 1-on-2 situation. Flash goes in. He needs to push off through this flash in order to utilize it, Lauren. And it looks to me like he'll probably do just that, but Mason is going to get, has actually spotted him, should I say, leaving Lissop now on 49 HP. And meanwhile, we do have Easter playing off in box room here. And Easter just taking a couple of pop shots. And unfortunately for Lissop, though, he runs out of bullets there.
Yeah.
4-2!
Yeah, 4-2. Like I said, FlipSid got the momentum from the end of the other half. They came back at the end, and they took this, and they're just grabbing round by round. It's now 8-7 score-wise.
Yeah, in favor of Team FlipSid. And now once again, we're going to be seeing an A push here. Lewis Jr. not going to even have a remote chance in trying to hold that. Silver now already rotated. Looks like Lissop finds one from undercat. He's probably going to get peeked by Blame any moment soon. Blame going to go ahead, check the undercat there, make sure no one is there. And Looks like he's going to be playing towards the single box area. Silver still on the cat, looking for someone to peek the visor. Finds one on the catwalk. Lissop now making his way up as well. And he will get gunned down. Lucas finds one of his own. Now it's all up to Silver, but he's going to get spotted as well. 5-2 now on the scoreboard. And if my math is correct, one more round for Team FlipSid.
Yeah, one more round. And they got the momentum. They're so on point. Even Ronix in the first half, he struggled so with the frags, and now he had pretty good comeback with 10 kills.
Indeed he has, and now once again we're seeing a B push coming out of FlipSid here. Lucas has to contain this as well as Silver. Silver though, is he going to peek? Yes he will, but Sharky actually finds one of his own. Oh lord, the Kobe coming out of Mesa. Blame finds 3 though, and he cleans that up. What a way to end that. Unfortunately we didn't get that all on cam, but what a way to go. What a way to go out. I mean, done with style in my opinion, that was.
Yeah, done with style. Like Blame, like we said, Blame doing ton of frags. Ronix with the comeback, like for himself with the frags. On the other side, Publiclir struggled a bit with the situations. When the bomb was down, they struggled with the time, getting the defuse, getting the frags. And that's the point why in the end FlipSid is picking up the rounds.
Indeed there is, and now I think we're going to be running into sub base here, guys, and I believe this is probably going to be Publiclir's pick, of course. So Publiclir taking the CT side here, guys, and let's see what happens. I mean, now you see the problem here, Laren. Although Publiclir have decided to take sub base, the huge problem here, which they need to realize, is they're giving FlipSid T side.
Yeah.
A blacklist side. Now, the huge flaw in this is you don't give a very aggressive team the advantage of playing on a very aggressive side.
Exactly.
Now, I mean, if Publiclir have done their homework, which they should have, they know. Well, they should know how deadly FlipSid can be towards A side. Now, if you remember correctly, I believe last week when we both casted FlipSid up against Publiclir, I believe in the CFS qualifier match, I think it was, or maybe it was against Penta, I'm not quite sure. But the opposing side did actually give, did actually take the T side away from FlipSid.
Yep.
For the first half, and now, in my eyes, that's a very good way to take things, especially as when you give an aggressing team the momentum in the first couple of rounds, you're done.
Yeah, you're done. Then they're just pushing you out of your spots. They're just rushing you as well. FlipSid got such a strong IKs, and they're just pushers. Like everybody in the team can push. So they're really strong by doing that. And if they get the first round, the second round, or even the third round, they have the momentum. They're just like, okay, we run down the A spot, we run down the B spot. It doesn't matter if they're 2 or even 3 players. They're just running over that wall. It doesn't matter for them.
Indeed it is. And now, I mean, I think the huge flaw for FlipSid this round, should we say this game, is if Publiclir have an immense A-hold, then from personal experience, I know myself, FlipSid are very weak towards B.
Yeah.
So if FlipSid are forced to go B, they're going to really need Easter for some vent plays, for some vent tricks, should we say.
Yeah.
The magic tricks in the vent, because just pushing alone through L turn and obviously B long, B control, I don't think is gonna be enough for FlipSid themselves to get rounds on the T side. Now, remember guys, T side I keep on confusing it with the CS goals, but Blacklist side is all about picking up the momentum in the first couple of rounds and then just easing it off.
Exactly.
And finally, guys, it looks to me like we are gonna go ahead and jump in game here. It looks like they have just started the room now, so gonna go ahead and switch the camera here. Wrong mouse. So fast. All right, there we go, guys. So here we are now into the first half, and let's get it started, guys. So already we're seeing FlipSid headed off towards B side here, and right now though they're gonna go ahead and push in though. Ronix finds the first kill there, and looks to me like Ronix actually finds a second as well onto Sharky, but Silver though could make a huge play here, Laren. He's playing on top of these rafters, but Ronix picks him off as well. Ronix going ham. Lord above. Lewis Jr. though picks off the first one onto Easter, and could maybe find a second as well, but Blame though did flank from long. Ronix with 4 kills. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Ronix just going ham.
I mean, FlipSid just on point. Maybe they changed some stuff. They want that B spot like pretty fast. It doesn't matter. They just put like that round as well. We see Weiss pushing there like with the flashes.
Indeed we did, and Weiss though finding 2 once again here. Picking off Silver, and Vi's actually finding a third as well. Vi is going extremely ham on subbase, and now I feel like a bit of a buffoon now saying that FlipSide's pushes towards B are slightly weak, but I mean they're actually getting the frags right now. Sharky though picking off the first one. Easter though will go ahead and trade them up. Lissop though finding Lissop now in a 1-on-4 situation here. Ronix is actually in the cage on the left side behind a wall of smoke. And I think he has been spotted yet. Ronix will go ahead and pick him up. 2 rounds now on the scoreboard for Team Publiclir here. Sorry, for Team FlipSid. And I think I think this is a break here, guys, coming out of I believe from Team Publiclir. So we're just gonna go ahead and switch the cam once again.
Yeah, they might have some problem with the players. One player dropped out.
Indeed they did. So whilst we wait, guys, we're getting a bit of XSplit error as well here. I can't seem to switch the screen for some reason. So we might need to do a little restart. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, guys, we'll just keep it running for now. But yeah, I mean, Publiclir taking a little break here. I think it looks to me like Sharky, Lissop, Luz Junior, Lucas. I actually don't know who dropped out. I can't remember the 5th name.
Wait, Sharky is in. Silver.
Yep.
Silver, yeah.
Looks like Silver has actually dropped out here, guys. So we're just gonna wait for him to connect back into the room. But yeah, I mean, so far so good. 2-0 for Team FlipSid on subbase here, playing on the blacklist side as well. Now, like I said, I feel like a bit of a buffoon here. I mean, saying FlipSide's B takes are slightly weak, but I mean, Vi's second round picks up, what was it, 4 kills, 3 kills. Ronix with an extremely hardcore first round picks up 4 kills as well.
Like, FlipSid is so much on point now. Like in the beginning of that match against Publicers, they struggled getting rounds. They were behind 3-0. But then they come back, they got the momentum, picked up the first map, and as well they started off the second map, Subbase, and they picked up now 2 rounds. So they are having that big momentum, but still now, like, sometimes it can happen when there's a little break, like a player drops out. The team can lose the momentum. They are not like maybe in game, so maybe FlipSid has to struggle in the first few seconds, and if Publica can pull something different off and get let's say 2 rounds in a row, they are definitely on point then. But still, FlipSid is now leading the score, but there's still a chance to come back for Publicers.
Indeed, there is. I mean, if Publicler bring this back, we're going to be tied up 1-1, and our deciding map will be Ankara.
Yeah.
And not many teams are very strong on Ankara in the European version, but hell, it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So,
and like if I have to choose a map, Ankara is my favorite map. It's like, okay, it's hard to play because it's such a big map. You have a lot more ways to play. You can play so different on that map, but I like that fact. I like the fact you can use like 2 snipers, you can use only 1 sniper, or even you can play without a scope. You can play on retake, you can do a lot of strats, you can rotate over the B underground or over towards the A connector, and Ankara is a map where you can do a lot of strats on attack, but as well on defense you can pull something different off. You can win
Indeed
the B long, or you can play it totally passive as well for A.
Ankara, personally, I believe Ankara is a map which requires two things: entries, map control.
Exactly.
Those are the two things required for Ankara, and I mean, it works on both sides. It really does work on both sides. Even though you are playing on the global side of things, I mean, getting the first early pick sort of relieves the tension as you have one less player to worry about.
Yep.
Now, say from Publicler's point of view, playing on the CT side, if their first player pick is Blame, the pressure on them is going to be so much lower.
Yep.
Because they don't have to worry about an entry fragger as deadly as Blame.
Exactly.
So,
and as well on a map like Ankara, if you get the first frag, the map is a big map, so you just can choose maybe a way or a side, and you can just walk in because the enemy team is stacking different ways or other spot. So you have a pretty good chance to win a spot without even like meeting an enemy.
Indeed, it is, and now. I think Silver is back in the room here, and we're just waiting for their fifth now, which...
Now, Lies dropped out.
Yeah, now we're just waiting for Lissop here, guys. So, whilst we wait, again, can't stress this enough, make sure you check out at WCA Europe, guys, on Twitter, at WCA Europe. Make sure you go ahead, tweet on that page, and go ahead and... go ahead and tell us who you want to win for this game, guys. FlipSid Publiclir also upcoming as well in about an hour or so. We're going to be seeing Absolute versus Adequacy. So if you guys are rooting for Absolute or Adequacy, make sure you go ahead and tweet at us at WCA Europe. And don't forget hashtag WCA 2015, guys. But Lissop now finally back in the room here. And we're just going to wait for everyone to... ready up here, just waiting for Sharky to give the call, and he said, yeah, let's go. And for those of you who don't know, Mars is also here in the studio with us. He is next door, and he's just doing his own stuff as well. So, hopefully if we get a chance, we can get Mars in front of the camera, but that won't be here nor there, guys. So let's jump back into things here. So, Laren, again, remind us the score is 2-0?
Yes, that's right, 2-0 for Team FlipSid.
Yeah, 2-0 to Team FlipSid. And now, once again, rushing up this B longer. Blame are going to get picked up. And Luis Jr. seems to actually have picked him up. That Luis Jr. now looking for a second, though. But Sharky finds one of his own. Sharky finds two. But Vise will find two of his own as well. Beautiful trades coming out of Vise. Excuse me, Vise they're going to go ahead, plant the bomb. Mason, though, will get spotted from B top area. He's going to go ahead, smoke in, throw a nade as well, flash in as well. Lissop, they're going to be completely blind. I think Lucas also. This actually does give time for Mason to drop down into the locker area. And Vise now actually going to go ahead and peek, I think, in sometime soon. Yes, he will actually pick up Lissop as well, and Lucas going to get picked up as well. So that's 3-0 now.
Yeah, 3-0. Like, Publiclir is really struggling by getting the frags. And FlipSid, like we said, like we saw in this round, they are just pushing this spot. It doesn't matter how many players you are going to face.
Indeed, it doesn't. And now FlipSid here is what I want to see. The A down push. Should we say Lucas though gonna have to hold this, and Sharky gonna find one though, and Easter actually finds two of his own, and that's pretty much A side opened up for them there. Wise finds Luis Jr. as well. Silver though managing to find a trade. Can he find the second here? I don't think he will be able to, as Vise though is actually already on the flank. Sharky left on 5 HP, probably will get picked up eventually. Easter though gonna go ahead, jump out, will get picked up. Mason now playing off towards this box here, he finds one, and Sharky will go ahead and actually trade them. Oh! Oh! What a flick shot coming out of Vise. I wasn't expecting that.
Man, just if you pull that off, then you're definitely like pretty good player, like pulling those shots off.
I think if you pull off a shot like that, you are one very cocky player. one very cocky player coming into WCA here, and we forgot to mention, guys, the prize pool for WCA. First place takes home, guys, 30,000 United States dollars plus the trip to China. Second place will be taking $12,000, guys, plus a trip to China, and third place will be taking $8,000. So, I mean, all the money to play for in this game, guys, and I mean, all it required was a simple invite. So, I mean, every team here has all to play for pretty much. I mean, 30K first place is a lot of money. But I mean, we're not quite close to the grand final yet, but let's see how it goes right now. FlipSid and Publiclir. Eastern now actually playing in defense here, Lauren, and this could actually be a possible B take.
Yeah, they're going to entry B, and East is going to flank out the event.
Indeed, he might do. Sharky, though, did spot him towards B long. Vice finds the first one. Easter finds one of his own. Silver, though, trades up. And Silver actually finds a second. Could he get a third? Yes, he will. What a shutdown coming out of Silver there. And I think Sharky with the call. He's the one who spotted him off. Beautiful call coming out of Sharky there. And Sharky obviously managing to rotate into his position as well, which was under the B top area. But Silver with an immense hold as well. And now Blamed already towards bottom A here. He is full flash, but still left on 84 HP though. Looks like Easter's coming up as well. Lucas in quite a bit of a predicament. Easter though will go ahead and shoot at his feet. Gets the second as well. Blamed though finding one of his own. That's 3 picks now coming out of Team FlipSid here. 2 more players left alive though. And well, Silver makes his life a little more easier there as he picks up Mason. Now in a 1-on-4 battle, as I think the second player for Team Publiclir probably did die as well. So very tense moment here for Silver. 1-on-4 situation. Playing in A top here, Lauren. 1 minute 35 seconds left on the clock. And all 4 players for Team FlipSid out towards bottom A. So this is very tense for him.
Like, if he gets the frags over the top, he still got a chance. But FlipSid is doing it perfectly. You see them hiding behind the spots.
Indeed, we do. And I mean, the mistake coming out of FlipSid here is to give him 1-on-1s. But eventually, though, Vice will go ahead and pick him up there. And that makes things now 5-1, I believe.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, 5-1 now on the scoreboard for this first half, guys. And Vi's now actually going to go ahead and flash out that B long area. Easter, in the meantime, though, is headed off towards events once again. And Lewis Jr., though, going to go ahead and open things up here with the first kill here. Ronix finds one of his own, getting an immense trade there, now making things 4-4. Actually making things, actually now making things a 2-for-1 trade is the word I was actually looking for. But a 2-for-1 trade there in favor of Team Publiclir. Mason, though, taking a bit of damage. Blame towards bottom A, though. Listop will go ahead and pick him up. Can Listop hold this? He spots Mason as well. Nade goes in towards bottom A. Not doing much damage to Mason there. But Ronix, though, will go ahead and Kobe Bryant Listop there. And Ronix actually finding a second. And Silver needs to peek here in order to pick up Ronix. But Mason will go ahead and pick him up there. Lucas going to go ahead and toss a flash down. Bomb should get planted any moment soon here, Lauren. Ronix are going to go ahead and peek, but will pick him up there. Beautiful round.
Oh man, Ronix with 3, I think with 3 frags in that round. Pulling that really off, like getting the first frag over towards Wood, going down, winning the end of the round by getting 2 guys. Ronix on point with his frags, on point for his team.
Indeed he is, and now we're seeing a push come now towards his B long area. Silver finding one of his own, Lewis Jr. finding one as well. Blame though, trades are blind. Wow. I couldn't even get the wording out there. Blame though finding a second as well. Sharky in the dark room. Is he going to make the mistake of peeking? Picks him up off guard as he had the flash out. And now it's all up to Mason here. 1-on-3 situation. Picks off the first one. Making it now 1-on-2. He has the bomb in hand. I think Lissop is actually flanking him. Yes, he is. Mason, is he going to be careful enough to spot him? No, he won't. He will get picked up there. And that's another round here on the scoreboard for Team Publiclir.
No, for Team FlipSid, but yeah, FlipSid is leading now with 6-2 score-wise, so FlipSid is really on point, but Publiclir still can come back because FlipSid is known for the blacklist side, but still maybe the global risk side is a bit weaker from FlipSid then.
Maybe it is so, and now a push coming out of FlipSid here, all executing Woods, blame there with the entry frag, and that's what they were probably most definitely looking for. Vizdov finds one of his own as well. Silva now coming up from cage. Lewis Jr. actually going to be coming up from back of wood there. Vizdov will get spotted by Lucas. Lucas putting a fair amount of bullets into him though. And Lewis Jr. will actually go ahead and finish him up there. And Lewis Jr. now making his way in. Easter though will find one. Easter finds two. But Blame will finish that one up there. And that is half, guys. 7-2 in this first half for Team FlipSid.
Yeah, 7-2, and FlipSid really on point as well. Niels, known as Easter, flanking on the vent, doing perfectly flanks, getting frag by frag over the vent. He's doing a pretty good job. If you got a good player as flanker on the vent, the enemy team, the global risk team, really has to care about the vent.
Indeed, they do, and. Now, though, we will be jumping off into the second half any moment soon here. And we will just go ahead and see what happens. Publiclir now going to be taking the T side, the blacklist side here, guys. Meanwhile, FlipSid going to be switching over towards the CT side. And I have realized a little tactic within FlipSid is when they are getting pushed extremely hard, the way they counter that is to counter push, which makes sense in itself, and with such strong aimers, it sort of tends to work out for them. So if we see Publiclir starting to build up a lead in the first couple of rounds, I believe FlipSid would definitely fight back with a push of their own. So be sure, guys, to be expecting that.
Yes, as well, FlipSid is a really aggressive team. They're not like, okay, we hide in the back line from our spots and just holding that like spot like ninja. They're just, okay, we're just pushing A, pushing B, pushing middle, getting informations, getting the first tracks, and that's how FlipSid is known for.
Indeed, that is exactly what they are known for. And now, guys, finally we have just jumped off into this second half here, so let's go ahead and get it started here. 7-2 on the scoreboard for Team FlipSid, guys, and just 3 more rounds for them, and they actually will take this home. They will actually progress into the semi-finals, I believe. And so let's go ahead and see what happens. We're seeing a stack coming up towards bottom A here. Sharky, they're going to be the first one to peek. Mason though finds one, and Blame will actually find a second as well. And our Publiclir have to run back on that one. Lucas though will get spotted by Easter, will pick him up there. And Lissop will actually trade one up. Will he find a second? No, Blame will actually finish him up. And Ronix will trade onto Silver as well. So FlipSid now getting that lead. I mean, getting the should I say the first round here in the second half, and this could be over very soon, I think. And for Team Publiclir,
they're playing exactly the thing what we called before. We called, okay, they're pushing with 3 guys somewhere A or B, and we in the first one they pushed A with 3 guys. In the second round here, we see they're pushing with 3 guys B.
Indeed they are. Now Blame actually getting the first entry pick towards bottom A. Spots Lewis as well, but Easter will actually pick him up here. Silva though made his way towards A top. The Vi's now in a bit of a battle though. He picks off one, but Lucas will actually trade him up. Lissop now both players towards Cage here. And I don't know how that worked in Publiclir's favor, but they are going to actually go ahead and pick up the bomb here. Plant the bomb, should I say. 3 for 2 trades here, but still in favor of well, half in favor of Team FlipSid here, as they are up on numbers, but Ronix are making his way in. We got a crossfire in the dark room area. Silva actually picking off one though. Lissop finds one of his own. Easter now coming in from the back here. He picks off the first one, making a one-on-one battle for himself. Bomb is still ticking. At least 15 seconds left on that bomb. Silva they're gonna go ahead and peek, and Easter picks him up. What a round there for Team FlipSid, getting the second round now on the scoreboard. One more round for Team FlipSid, and they take this one. And personally, I feel Publiclir have lost it. Yeah, I think they've lost their momentum.
Yeah, really. Like we saw in the first match, in the at the first map in the first half, they really had the momentum. But FlipSid is coming back, and they're pushing now with the woods with 3 guys. Like you said, pushing is their favorite move.
Indeed it is. Easter though picking off the first one. I believe Vi's got one of his own. Well, sorry, actually Vi's got killed first, should I say. And Easter was the one that traded on to him, but Blaine getting very aggressive, does not care, picks off 2. Lissop though, sorry, Lissop actually picks off 2, should I say. And Silver will actually finish things up with 2 of his own as well. So, excuse me, first round in the second half to Team Publiclir, Laren.
Yes, that's right.
And maybe very possible. What? Okay, Silver getting a very magic 2k there. I just sort of saw it in the glimpse of my eye actually, and no idea how he did that. No idea.
Yeah, and FlipSid is doing mistakes by they're pushing quite too often. Like, okay, pushing 1 round, maybe 2 rounds, getting the information, that's good. But they thought, okay, we can still push, we can still go on with the running. And Publica were like, hey, we just stack our backline.
Indeed, we should, and and as well, let's say it's working out for them. I mean, they did get the first round. Blame though picks off the first one here onto Wachaki, now making things a 3-on-2 situation. Still in favor of Team Publiclir here, but they will go ahead and push to say though. Mason finds the first one. Can he find the second to make Blame's life easier? He finds the second. 1-on-1 battle and he gets the third. Beautiful shots coming out of Mason. Now what a way to end that. FlipSid headed into the semis, Laren.
Oh my god.
Wow. Mason with some incredible shots on that bottom A. And, well, there we have it, guys. FlipSid, your winners there, taking that game home 2-0 on maps. Winning, obviously, the first map, which was Black Widow, and now winning Subbase as well. 2-0, guys. FlipSid headed into... FlipSid headed into the semi-finals, guys. So if we go ahead and switch the stream here, guys, we are back here on the cam. Hello, and yeah, guys, what a game that was. FlipSid, you know, I'd say very sloppy start for FlipSid there.
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
Especially on the first map. I mean, you know, their first couple of rounds weren't too strong, should we say? But no. Eventually, as they started to, I mean, as soon as they picked off that first round, they did get 3 in a row.
Yep.
And I think from there is when the momentum came up.
Yeah.
So I mean, big props to Publiclir. I mean, nearly getting that first map as well. So like I said, Publiclir not a team to obviously underestimate, but obviously FlipSid did actually get the better of them there. So. Yeah. Again, very well played to Publiclir. Congratulations to FlipSid, headed off into the semi-finals. Now, I believe, guys, there might be a short break here, and our second map, well, should I say our second match, will be Absolute up against Adequacy. Now, I believe Adequacy is formerly known as Vaya Rhinos.
Exactly.
So, Laren, if you want to go ahead and give us a rundown of the lineup of Adequacy, please.
Wait a second. I don't know exactly.
I believe the lineup for Adequacy is Mudbone.
Exactly, Mudbone.
Yeah.
Like
so
Mudbone is really nowadays he's really experienced, and as well he's really take care of, like, he knows the spots. He knows the enemy teams. He knows pretty good, like, how Absolute is playing. Like, so
indeed,
really
well, let's hope they've done their homework, should we say?
Yes.
So if we can quickly pull up the playlist, I mean, we have Mudbone, I believe, will most likely be sniping, guys. We have Darcy. We have Hasten. We also have Yan, aka Jane, as I call him. And the fifth is
Awesome.
Awesome as well. Yep, Awesome as well, guys. So
they're really like experienced players.
Yeah, I mean, they only formed a couple of months ago.
Yes.
So I mean, making it into the WCA Invite Professional qualifier, and also they do have a very good name, I think, during CFS, as we did stream them a couple of times.
Yes.
And so they have sort of made a name for themselves. And Whiskey would probably like this one. He did say they are sponsored by Rhinos, which was a funny joke he did say. So, Yeah, that's Veya Rhinos. We will as soon as we get more information on that, guys, we will give you a bit more of a breakdown towards the Veya Rhinos. However, we do have a fair bit of information of Absolute.
Exactly.
Now, obviously, Absolute, a team that's been around since what, 2011?
Yeah, since 2011.
Since 2011. Yes. Now, obviously, guys, the main person in Absolute is Jin. Obviously, everyone knows Jin, a huge icon for CF Europe.
Exactly.
A huge icon for CF Europe, I believe. He went to WCA last year. He went with Pietro, Momo, Bango, Frax, and himself, obviously. And I believe he also went to
WCG 2013. Yes,
yeah, 2013 right. With
well, with Bango, with Weedy, with who
Rizzy
was there as well? Rizzy was there as well.
And
Napsi. Yeah,
the legend
Napsi. Yeah,
the legend Napsi.
Yeah, that was like the old Absolute lineup, and they played the WCG 2013, and they placed the place 4 on the grand final, and I think it was in China, and they surprised so many teams by winning the group with the place 1. So Absolute definitely with the experience, winning a tournament or winning a qualifier for a higher tournament, and I really have to highlight out Weedy. Like Weedy is a lot of experienced guy and a really strong player. He was a bit inactive, but for that tournament he put the mouse back on the table and just putting out the AK and just trying to get the spots.
Also, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't cast. Well, should I say I didn't cast the Go for yesterday, but I checked the screenshots, and Frax was top fragging. He was carrying them.
Yeah.
To say the least. And now, knowing Frax plays a lot of CSGO. I don't think he's really invested much time in CrossFire, but to come off from a game such as Counter-Strike, with such hugely, well, not hugely, but such different mechanics, and then to come back to CrossFire and top frag is an achievement. So personally, I feel like Frax will be doing a lot of work.
Yeah, Frax is also a lot of experience. Like as well, he started back in CrossFire and A.
He went to WCA last year as well.
Yes,
with the Jin. So I mean, it's surprising what he can pull out. But I mean, like you said, he started off in CrossFire North America. So as did most CrossFire European most CrossFire European players. So yeah, guys, we will be starting off with that match shortly. I think it's going to be roughly in about